I'm not even gonna lie to you. Getting myself to this point of recording this monologue to put over this amazing video has been one of the hardest, raw, vulnerable processes I have been through. As I sat there trying to figure out what framing I wanted to use for these words and these ideas and these concepts, I became so closed off to even doing it because I had this idea that it should be a certain way, that how I'm speaking should be well thought out and methodical, that what I want to give to you all should be recognized by the mass versus just, coming from my heart. And the more I wrapped myself around this cycle of wondering if what I had to say was important and knowing that it was important and just wrapping back and forth, the more I became closed off to the idea that anything I was going to say would be received. And it was in that moment that I realized everything I had thought of before completely needed to be scratched out, and I need to speak with you about something from my heart and from my soul and from the vibrations that exist within inside of me and us in this beautiful universe, which is perfection. Perfection is not only death of the artist, but it truly is death of the human soul. Perfection is this concept that we held on to that actually sticks with us and splits us between two moments in time. The first being the past. Your idea of perfection and how things should be done come from all of your past experiences, then collected. Those moments where you've laid full, naked vulnerability, raw, wanting someone to see you, to hear you, and to feel you. Wanting them and yourself to recognize and celebrate the joy and the grief and the sorrow and the pain. And it wasn't received because someone didn't want to hear that message. This other point in time where we're stretched into is the future. How will they see me? How will they hear the words coming out of my mouth? How will they perceive me from what they believe they hear? And with every future thought and getting caught in what's going to happen down the road, you forget what you're doing in the first place. And this is where the idea of perfection really just gets to you, because how can you ever fully put yourself 100% into what you're working on right now if you're constantly worrying about what's happened in the past and you're constantly worrying about how that will affect your future? You're kind of missing the point by then. And that's where the true work comes in. Being present. Knowing that in this singular moment in time, you are important. You are enough. What you have to say matters. What you want to share with the world is something that is unique to anything. Being present. Seizing the moment now. Knowing that everyone who is supposed to see and feel you has always been there and will always be there to lay witness.